One second. Okay. So आज का topic is understanding smoking addiction. So it is interesting how this topic has come in today, but as we need guidance to come up with a new topic. So आज का topic ये है. So I will share a small background to how this thing came or is significant. So in Bhutan, on the second day of the the pranic healing sessions, one of the acharya, she was talking about the angelic kingdom. Her name is Master Faith. And after completing her presentation, she showcased the work that she has done. And one of the areas where she has really excelled or shown like a lot of case studies was addiction. And she had like so many case studies on smoking addiction, alcohol addiction, how people gave it, and how pranic healing was so successful in helping them come out of that addiction. Now, while we were seeing that, one of my roommate in Bhutan, we were just discussing about like अगर किसी की लाइफ में इस तरह का addiction हो and it is healed, then the entire family can benefit. I'm sure like to some degree we've all seen the impact on the family when there is a person who is addicted to something. It not only smoking, it could be pan, bidi, whatever. Like हम India में तो हम लोग बहुत सारी चीजों की addiction देखते आ रहे, even alcohol. And now it has gone a step above, where people have mobile addiction. They have looking at inappropriate content kind of addiction. So it is a big, you can say, mess in people's life wherever they are going through such kind of urges. And spiritually, we all want to evolve. Now in pranic healing, we like there is a like a warning saying if you smoke, you've taken it, close the door. So if you have if you're a heavy smoker, then you are not allowed to do certain meditations. Alcohol भी है बुरा, लेकिन स्मोकिंग अगर आप करते हैं तो हायर मेडिटेशंस आपको करना डिस्करेज करा जाता है. Now, I really wanted to speak about smoking in in focus today. Why and क्यों it is so difficult for people who are heavy smokers to do higher spiritual practices. Now, because you're there with me, I hope this topic helps you as well, and we can do some question answer.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So for example, like, okay, so probably अपनी personal life से भी चीजें आ जाती है when we are doing all of these things. So in my house, like my dad, he never smoked. So we were not exposed to smoking at all as children, and probably some of the relatives were smoking, and so kind of thought them to be not so nice people. And interestingly, but then when I got married, my friend, okay, in engineering, some of my friends, they used to smoke. And then, you know, my boyfriend also at that point of time was, kind of pretty okay with it. And I was also pretty like, मुझे ऐसा लगा शायद वैसे तो I thought it is not good, but then when you're seeing everybody, you're like, okay, chalo, up to you. But then there comes a time when you say, now let go. अगर इतनी बड़ी because people say इतनी बड़ी बात नहीं है, I can. So that is the kind of attitude that boys have कि जब वो start कर रहे होते 20, 21, 19 में when they are starting all of these things, they show as if it is, they can leave it. ऐसा होगा, then I will leave it. वैसा होगा, I will leave it. And you tend to believe because, a person who's never smoked, उनको लगता है इतनी बड़ी कौन सी बात है और इतनी कौन सी बहुत अच्छी चीज है that you would want to continue with it for a long period of time. Right? So that was my belief as well. So I thought probably, if people say they will, no big deal. And there are so many, ways that guys try to justify it, saying, I will never smoke in front of you. You will never see me smoking, blah, 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 blah. And you say, okay, chalo, theek hai, tumhara shauk hai, up to you. But, over a period of time, I've realized that people who are giving these kind of justifications, they're actually not meant for you. They're meant for them. So they are just justifying to themselves, trying to show that they are strong enough to be able to overcome this, hobby or the shock that they have, or later point in time it becomes addiction. And it is kind of an excuse that they are giving to themselves and not to you. So sometimes, women tend to take it very personally that, they said it to me and then, they are going back, कहते हैं, and then they again go back, एक महीना छोड़ा, then again they go back, and then there are so many excuses that a person makes that, I cannot go to the loo because of that. I cannot do this because of that. And it's like petty stuff. Over a period of time, you realize that, these people are really stuck in petty stuff. And and you can't do anything about it. Just give me a minute. Sorry. Okay. So these are petty excuses that probably they are giving to themselves, or they are just justifying, or they are also trying to protect themselves from admitting the fact that it is difficult to do. Okay. So it's a whole vicious cycle that people trap themselves into. And so, as a young girl, probably like my understanding of this particular habit was very limited. Okay, and I didn't pay much attention to it also because I thought कि ठीक है, people justify, and then you also start feeling okay, ठीक है, unless and until it is disturbing my life, मुझे क्या करना, kind of. But over a period of time, personally, I observed that it weakens the lungs. It really weakens the lungs, and some of the people will have will see that they. So what happens is when you fall sick, okay, or when you are having some ailment in the body, the first organ that gets affected is the weakest organ. Okay. So kabhi bhi agar aapko you are out of alignment, or you are exposed to conditions that are not conducive to you, you will see जो आपकी tendency होती है ना, जिस चीज पे जल्दी प्रॉब्लम या इम्यूनिटी सिस्टम हम कहते हैं वीक है, लेकिन किसी को कोल्ड होता है, किसी को कोई और बीमारी हो जाती है. सो यू नीड टू बी वेरी अवेयर दैट disease basically is when the pranic energy is cut off from that particular organ or that particular part of your body. There is no life force energy going. That organ or that part of your body tends to wither or tends to catch disease. Okay. So if you are able to see, you're able to perceive that कि अगर मैं बीमार पड़ा तो मुझे कफिंग हो जाती है, और या फिर मुझे निमोनिया बहुत जल्दी हो जाता है, या ब्रेथलेसनेस का प्रॉब्लम है, you know you need to pick up on the signs when your body is under stress, when your body is not feeling well, when there is some kind of, you can say, uh, not non-conducive conditions uh, in your life. Okay, that is how you will get to know what doesn't, what where to put your attention to. So in case of smoking, what I have observed that most of the time people will have an issue with maybe breathing capacity of their lungs. Now there are people who also feel that I work out regularly. Okay, I work out regularly, I do my cardio very well, and I smoke, right? I even smoke, and they will justify all of that. Now you have to understand that probably you are recovering. So हम जब workout करते हैं, we work out for the overall well-being for our body, right? Now if one of your organ is weak and you are working out, uh, so maybe you are able to restore the health of this particular organ, but उसका जो फायदा overall well-being को मिलना चाहिए था, somewhere you are not getting it. Okay, and it might start to show up in a few years, maybe 5 years, 10 years down the line. Okay, now so if you are thinking कि ये करके I'm okay to smoke, no, it doesn't work that way. Again, now energetically, if we have to understand which chakras are impacted when a person smokes, let's just ask. One, because can you guess what chakras are affected if a person smokes?
Heart, throat,
And heart, throat,
and maybe solar plexus.
solar plexus. Yes, you're right. So throat and solar plexus, सबसे ज़्यादा, and yes, heart also, because oxygenated, deoxygenated blood and all of that, the complex stuff also causes problem. Now what happens psychologically? So these people who are continuing to smoke, what happens? So your throat gets impacted and your solar plexus. Now solar plexus is again a big chakra. Okay, and like अगर 7 chakra system ले तो आपका root chakra, then your sacral, and then your solar plexus. Now when the solar plexus functions badly, the energy is, you can say, clogged and dirty. So it starts accumulating dirty diseased energy. Okay, and when that dirty diseased energy starts accumulating, which chakra gets impacted? The heart. Okay, so directly heart may affect hota, but indirectly, because your solar plexus is so full of red dirty energy that your heart suffers, your back heart suffers, your heart, physical heart also suffers because of that, and then your sacral chakra also suffers. Okay, because it's just below the solar plexus. Okay, now the only source of life force energy, or you can say जो हम बनाते हैं, that is the kundalini energy. Okay, and this kundalini energy is stored in the, you can say, somewhere near the sacral and the root chakra. Okay, so for people who are heavy smokers, your throat gets jam packed, and your solar plexus gets jam packed, and the other chakra that gets impacted is your heart and your sacral. Okay, in pranic healing we are told that the throat chakra is the chakra for lower mind. When we say lower mind, it is like when you have to work out any kind of details, you do it from the throat. The energy from the throat helps you to be very detail oriented. Okay, and your sacral chakra or your sex chakra is where the actual creativity, or you can say physical creativity, happens, like you're able to procreate using your sacral chakra. Now when your throat chakra gets jam packed, the energy flow, so when the divine energy comes down, and there is malfunction here, the energy is restricted. So from the top, it doesn't go down, and from down doesn't go up. So there is a the energy goes here, there, everywhere, and it's like a huge disturbance that happens in the energy. Also, for meditations, your lungs have to be very, very clean, because we are manipulating the pranic energy within the system. Okay. So when your solar plexus is jam-packed, your lungs are really affected, because again, a lot of dirty energy starts accumulating in the lungs. So your solar plexus is basically connected to your lungs and liver and all the, pancreas and all of that stuff, which is closer to the, lungs. So all of that also starts getting affected. So now this person, over a period of time, will have interesting symptoms. So you were just thinking that it is about your lungs, but when you smoke heavily, there are something called elementals. So the higher beings, the good beings, or the good energetic beings, are called light beings, or beings. Similarly, the lower energetic beings are called elementals, like really bad ones. So over a period of time, when you start smoking a lot, your throat is attacked by these elementals. So they get attracted to your throat chakra, and they start, breaking down so there is a thin web. You can say the chakra. So a chakra is like a funnel, okay, dual side funnel. And उस funnel के बीच में एकदम root पे, so it's like this, and it's rotating. This is the root of the chakra, and this is the face of the chakra. So what happens is these elementals enter the chakra and they get stuck somewhere here, and then they break the web. So there is a protective web. Now this protective web is basically is like, it is a division that restricts you from, or restricts the other side reality to, to mix with your own reality. So ये जो hallucinations, जो lower distractions होते हैं हमारे, hallucination और ये सब, जब हम कोई drug ले लेते हैं, it is because these elementals, they break the web, protective web, which basically differentiates between the external reality, and then there is this other reality, and they stick here somewhere. Okay, just think like that, like little cockroaches. So they get stuck, and they feed off the dirty energy there.
It's like a sieve.
It's like a
sieve.
sieve.
हाँ, छलनी जिसे बोलते हैं.
हाँ, correct. It's like a छन्नी. So उस छन्नी में ये elementals जैसे कीड़े आ जाते हैं, and then they break the auric field around the chakra. They disturb the web, so they do a lot of chaos, and they feed on. So it's like, the good beings, they feed on happiness, they feed on divine energy. So जैसे हम दिखा रहे थे उस दिन, when I was moving my hands, so there was an emanation of energy happening, or you see a certain glow. So this glow happens because of the presence of those light beings who get attracted to your aura, because there's some happiness, there's some divine energy around you. So ये जो aura होता है, it is because of those light beings who get attracted to you because of the good energy. Now similarly, if you are, for a prolonged state of time, you are in dirty energy, or you are smoking, or you're doing any, smoking is one level, then people go to weed, and then so many hallucinating drugs and all of that, your web gets, you can say, damaged. And these lower beings, they feed on the energy. So हम जो तलब कहते हैं ना, जो तलब होने लगती है किसी चीज की, जब आप नहीं करो, आप छटपटाते हो. So all of that happens because they need food. And now by this time, when you are like super addicted to it, they weaken your willpower, and then their willpower basically, gets onto you, and you are then compelled to smoke. You are then compelled to, do all of those things because
They overpower your willpower.
exactly they overpower you. Okay, so जो वो बहुत हम्बल एक्ट लग रहा था कि मैंने 1 सिगरेट ली, 2 सिगरेट ली, एंड देन वो धीमे धीमे 5 सिगरेट बन गया, 10 सिगरेट बन गया, ऑल ऑफ दैट समवेयर, वो क्या कर रहा था, वो आपकी विल पावर से खेल रहा था. एंड विल पावर इज योर अजना सेंटर. Ajna center is the center for vision. You somewhere you lose purpose, somewhere you lose, your willpower. Like you're defeated by your addiction. Okay, so all of that happens.
So what happens to people living in NCR?
People living in NCR, matlab?
They say कि the level of pollution is around say about smoking 20 cigarettes a day.
Arey, see, everything is subjective.
Hey,
Everything.
I was just joking.
No, no, everything is super subjective. So, you can have so many things, but I hope, you're getting my point. तो वो जो humble सी चीज आपको दिख रही थी, it is not humble at all. It is now there, stuck. Those elementals are there, stuck in your throat chakra. And what happens is, now when even if you are meditating, the divine energy comes in somewhere, it gets stuck here. Okay, when it gets stuck here, you understand, your throat center is called Vishuddhi. You speak truth. Now, what do these beings do? Because they are lower beings, they will make you lie. They will make you manipulate. So you will not sometimes. So, I'm seeing so many videos of the narcissist. पर अगर आप देखोगे, all these people that we call narcissists, इनका भी कहीं ना कहीं addiction भी होते हैं इनके. So even no person is bad. It's just that what you're doing to yourself, somewhere you stop relating with who you are, and other people also stop relating with who you are because you've become so different because of the choices that you've made in your life. Okay.
So won't it affect all the people who are having addictions? Means कुछ लोगों को गुटखा की addiction है, and some people are having addicted to alcohol.
See, alcohol का जो addiction है वो probably, yeah, I'm not sure कि वो throat पे आता है या नहीं. Probably we'll have to do another section, but
लिवर के ऊपर आता है तो सोलर प्लेक्सस तो 100% affected है.
solar plexus तो आएगा, but
Sacral भी affected है. Because sacral भी affected होएगा because वो elementary system के अंदर जाएगा. Kidneys को affect करेगा.
But there was an interest, like, I was actually trying to understand this और अच्छे से. हाँ, you're right.
Because alcohol के अंदर सबसे पहले सबसे severe उसका failure is a liver failure.
Correct.
और a kidney failure.
Correct. तो मैं तीनों चीजों में देख रही हूँ. Drug, alcoholism, and smoking. So for all of that, it's the three chakra, like it's the solar plexus and the throat. Okay. So probably, like, you have to understand, फिर ये लोग झूठ बोलने लगते हैं, right? Manipulate करने लगते हैं, अपनी बात को कहने के लिए चीजें distort करने लगते हैं. तो क्या होता है? Over a period of time, integrity issues हो जाते हैं. Okay. So again, you are seeing it as a physical thing. ये तो मैं खा रहा हूँ, इससे क्या फर्क? But you will see that big character flaws start developing in these people. Okay. So although you started off with, just a shock, or maybe, you feel that इससे मुझे अच्छा लगता है, but it leads you to becoming a not so wholesome person. Also, like in pranic healing, we say that, don't do higher meditations if you are a heavy smoker. Now, स्मोकिंग एक और बड़े लेवल पे कैसे अफेक्ट करती है, like I said, your lungs, it's one of the biggest organ in your body, right? So when your lungs gets impacted, it's like I personally feel कि इससे ज्यादा डैमेज हो सकता है, you know, loss of life.
डैमेज तो होता ही
हाँ
डैमेज तो होता ही है, किसी भी एडिक्शन से डैमेज तो रहता ही है।
हाँ, बट ये जो एडिक्शन है, बिकॉज
हाँ, मेजरली अफेक्टेड इज लंग।
yeah, it directly goes to your lungs and the smoke and everything. अभी बीच में, interesting होता है, vape, people start vaping and it became like a open thing, बहुत बहुत common. We went abroad and everybody was like smoking छोड़ने के लिए vaping शुरू कर दिया.
हाँ, वेपिंग इज अनदर थिंग व्हिच इज कमिंग अप लाइक अ फैट।
Yeah, but now they are saying that it directly, the smoke directly hits your lungs, so it is like quite bad. So lesser evil, bigger evil, but it is all evil. This is what you have to understand. There's nothing like a lesser evil or a bigger evil. So don't look for shortcuts. Don't look for, एक लत को हटाने के लिए कोई दूसरी लत, क्योंकि this addiction in itself is a big character flaw, which we don't realize. But uski wajah se, you will see your relationships are going through so much trauma. Your relationship with yourself is also not very wholesome. Now, like I was saying, your throat chakra and your sacral chakra are related. So the energy from the throat chakra basically feeds the energy to your sacral chakra. So if your throat chakra is strong, you know, it's like your sacral chakra will also be very strong. Okay. And so most of the people who are artists, like, they tend to have a very strong throat chakra because they are very detail oriented. Sculptures, artists, people who are into music. And that's why the energy from the throat chakra tends to get supplied in the sacral chakra. And so they have a very active sexual life. And, they also have problems because of that, because they don't know how to regulate the throat chakra. So you will see, mostly such people get into multiple affairs and, interesting life. So we don't want to go there. But
so what happens to people who are having a problem with their thyroid, like hyperthyroidism or hypothyroidism? And this throat chakra must be affected. So what happens to them?
underactive.
Underactive or overactive?
Overactive, matlab, वो हाँ, you can say. So there are
मतलब
glands, thyroid gland, parathyroid gland, जो
जितने
active.
भी चक्र है हमारे, सभी किसी ना किसी एंडोक्राइन ग्लैंड से ही रिलेट करते हैं,
Correct, correct.
because that the seat of the chakra is the seat of endocrine glands.
Yeah.
So what happens in those conditions, which are maybe not affected by smoking but affected medically?
See, तो
Because
इस केस में अगर आप देखेंगे जिनकी थायराइड होता है, they have difficulty in conceiving, right? Most of them.
हाँ,
So all of this is it's very related, but because we are talking about this, we can discuss thyroid maybe later on. But you will see people who have such issues, thyroid issues, उनको problem होती है conception में, and a lot of problems with menstruation, lot of problems with hormone, और भी बहुत hormonal issues हो जाते हैं.
एनर्जी मेटाबॉलिज्म में प्रॉब्लम रहती है.
Yeah, so overall energy, yeah, energy आपका imbalance रहता है. And now think about, जैसे अब ये जो हार्मोन की सिक्रीशंस है, ये बहुत मिनिमम की गोलियों से ठीक हो जाते हैं. पर आप सोचो, इतनी बड़ी सिगरेट आप अगर 10 बार ले रहे हो, and it is going through this pipe, and for over a period of most of the time, 5 साल, 10 साल, 20 साल, day in and day out, you're doing that, and maybe इससे भी ज्यादा 10 तो I'm like on. But अगर आप ये कर रहे हो तो आप कितना डैमेज कर रहे हो अपनी एनर्जी को. Now see, throat chakra एक लेवल पे. Now when you smoke also, that smoke somewhere is around you only, you know. So when people smoke and I see that chimney आ गई, chimney आ गई, that's how, because उनके आस पास से आपको इतनी ज्यादा खुशबू आ जाती है, बदबू आ जाती है वो, कि आप ये सोचिए कि कितना ज्यादा वो पूरा आपकी एनर्जी फील्ड में कितनी, अगर आप 2 मिनट भी स्मोक करते हैं तो वो सब आपके अराउंड. सो डार्क सर्कल्स, you will be able to tell from how people look that they have some kind of addiction. But the problem is उन्हें नहीं समझ में आता. So they might complain about feeling depressed. They might complain about not being happy. They might complain about being lonely, right? पर ये जो भी वो कर रहे हैं, so these elementals will try to make the perfect ambience around you so that you smoke more, because they are feeding on it. So they will make you a loner. When you are lonely, when nobody is checking on you, obviously you have more opportunity to smoke. Why such people, people who are into heavy smoking, they start to become lonely, or they want to stay, सबके साथ रहने में मजा नहीं आता, क्योंकि जब आप सबके साथ हैं तो आप देखोगे आप नहीं कर सकते ये सब काम. So you will be detached, you will be taken away, and you think it is happening because of the external circumstances. कई बार लोग खुद उसको एक्सेप्ट नहीं कर पाते. They are not able to take the responsibility. They think that उसने ऐसा कर दिया, उसने ऐसा कर दिया. But the thing is, you started enjoying being lonely, and in the bad sense, being lonely and doing good stuff, being lonely and doing the bad stuff where you feel guilty is different. Okay, so you really have to be wise to understand that one smoke that you are having, it will change your life. So it's like हम लोग पहले जमाने के भूत लग गए और ऐसा हो गया. So basically you are inviting lower beings into your aura, and these lower beings are going to play their game. And because you have lost your willpower to them, by virtue of not being able to resist the temptation, the urge to smoke, they will manipulate you big time. Okay, so this is what is like, probably, yeah.
Addiction. मतलब person realizes that I need to give up this addiction, but they can't do it. Back to square one. दिन के अंदर कितना भी वो कोशिश कर लेते हैं, मगर at a given time they somehow run back to that addiction and continue.
Exactly. They will run back, they will lie, they will hide, and they might feel guilty of doing all of those things that they are doing, but they will anyway do it. They will find company where it is okay for it. Nothing is okay. There is nothing okay about it. So
I've seen people getting so violent in addiction centers also.
Yeah.
De-addiction centers. कुछ भी करने को तैयार रहते हैं उसके.
हाँ, पता है वो बिल्कुल भूत ही है. आप ये समझ लो आपके ऊपर भूत चढ़ गया है. In the layman language, who don't know anything about it, but these elementals will make you dance to their tunes. They will make you feel you are doing the right thing, and they will try to find the right kind of company for you where they can enjoy that addiction within yourself. So there is so much so the lower vibration that we keep talking about, lower vibrational. So, you can already feel what happens. जब आप थोड़ी देर को smoke करते हो, for that moment, it numbs your brain system and you feel on a high. But the moment that effect goes, you feel miserable, right? And if you keep doing, so you go on a high, you come back, go on a high, you come back, then after a point of time, you lose a sense of what is high and what is low. And you no longer enjoy it anymore. But it's compulsive. It is compulsive. So these people will say, हाँ कुछ अच्छा नहीं है, या I want to leave. But then again, they are forced to pick it up or restart or find an excuse. उसने ऐसा किया तो मैंने फिर से ऐसा कर लिया. Right? So it is all, basically it makes you a weak human being. And trust me, on a spiritual path or even on the journey of your life, weak people, they cannot go too far. They will not go far. Even if they look or appear to be on an escalator in front of you, there will come a time. Right? So I hope people who see this, video, they understand that you might feel that it is just a cigarette, but it is not just a cigarette. It is an invitation to all the lower beings that I am ready to be your prey. You are opening yourself up to these lower beings to be a part of your energy system. And so even if you meditate, even if you do your higher practices, sometimes you will not have deep experiences because of them. So that is why, having or maintaining etheric hygiene. So, you can have physical hygiene, you take shower daily and all of that. And you have etheric hygiene. So etheric hygiene is all about, the kind of food, the nutrition, and all of the things that you put inside of you will generate more energy and create an auric field. All of that matters. And then what you do emotionally and mentally. Now, when I say emotionally and mentally, when your throat chakra is out of balance or is being fed by elementals, just imagine what you would be thinking. So these people can have, emotional breakdowns. These people will be who will be blaming others for their problems, or they will not take responsibility of their life because ये willpower खत्म हो गई है. So when they cannot have control over the next cigarette or the next drink, they've lost their willpower. When you lose your willpower, then पूरी दुनिया आपको आपके against लगती है. Then you feel that nobody is supporting me, and you have your own drama. So you live in your own drama. You become a victim of your own reality, and then you start blaming other people till the time like they are okay, and they accept that nothing can be done of you. Okay, so like it's a sincere urge to all the people who smoke and all the people who have some kind of an addiction to understand that somewhere you are opening yourself up to these lower beings. You're opening yourself up for more trouble in life. And although, our parents could not, or maybe, all of us could not explain you better. So a physical implication to uska hai hi hai, where probably, people have those lung cancer, ye cancer, wo cancer. That is one level. But if you're able to cheat that, physically, if you're able to, again, manipulate things, emotionally and mentally, you would be suffering. Because they will not let you think the right way. They will not let you feel the right things. इतना control हो जाता है उनका आपके ऊपर. Okay? Are we clear?
Very clear.
Thank you.
इतनी अच्छी explanation मैंने कभी नहीं सुनी.
चलिए, I'm glad. Thanks to thanks to that person who called me up today for healing. So I will share how. So मैं बता रही थी second day, second day नहीं, first day पे Master Faith ने ये share किया था. And when I came back, my roommate, सुमिता, हम बात कर रहे थे, तो उन्होंने ये बोला कि अगर किसी की लाइफ में कोई इतना बड़ा ब्रेक थ्रू हो जाए, बिकॉज पीपल गो थ्रू सो मच इन एडिक्शन, रिहैब सेंटर्स में बहुत कुछ होता है एंड बहुत तकलीफ होती है, बहुत पेनफुल होता है, एंड फैमिलीज भी कितना कुछ गो थ्रू करती हैं, वेयर देयर इज अल्कोहल एंड स्मोकिंग एडिक्शन या किसी भी तरह ड्रग एडिक्शन. सो कितना अच्छा हो कि इफ वी आर एबल टू क्रिएट or produce more such results and help those families, and people become open to healing addiction. So things can change so fast. And probably, as healers, we can help so many people. And I was like, yeah, she's right. And I was just thinking about this thing that humne baat ki thi. And today, like, somebody reached out, and while we were talking, so, when somebody reaches out, they will tell about the problem that they are facing. And, he gently asked for a scan, and I thought I will do the scan. And while I was scanning, I got stuck with the throat. Elementals, lots of elementals. And then we spoke, and, uh, that person really accepted all that, all the abuse that he has gone through, and nobody has done to him. He's done it himself. And so I told him that, probably today's session is going to be about addiction, and I hope you're okay. He said, yes, yes, yes. So, that's the reason that probably I'm getting an opportunity to work on somebody like that. And I hope and pray, and by everybody's blessing, I hope I'm able to turn around that situation for this person. And, so bless him that we are able to do a fantastic healing for him, and he becomes like a case study for healing of addiction. And that's the reason probably I wanted to speak about this. And somewhere I also relate to this because, I've seen my loved ones also going through this, but I've never paid a lot of attention. मैंने इतना ज्यादा कभी उन पे ध्यान नहीं दिया, because probably I always thought in terms of physical health, and touch wood, they are in good physical health. But now when I was discussing with this person, I realized that probably, more than the physical health, they are somewhere suffering with their emotional well-being, and they don't even know that. They are so naive about the fact that they don't know that the suffering that they are going through mentally and emotionally could be created because of this addiction, that they still think that is harmless because they are working on it. Or कि मैं 9 दिन नहीं सिगरेट पीता, या नवरात्रे में नहीं करता, या मैं 1 दिन सिगरेट नहीं पीता. People have those kind of excuses to say कि this is not an addiction. So God bless all the people, who are going through this issue in their life. And I wish and pray, from all my heart, that they get to understand that it is not only about the physical well-being of you, because we think it is very personal. So when you say to a smoker that आप smoke करते हो, तो वो कहता नहीं नहीं, ये बहुत personal है, जो होगा वो मुझे होगा. लेकिन ऐसा नहीं होता, क्योंकि इमोशनली, मेंटली आपके आसपास जो आपके हाव भाव होते हैं, जो आपका डिप्रेशन होता है, जो आपकी लोनलीनेस होती है, उससे आपकी फैमिली भी बहुत सफर कर रही होती है, आपके बच्चे सफर कर रहे होते हैं. So I really hope and pray and request all those people to understand that smoking is not a personal choice. It is not a personal thing. It is, it has a severe negative effect on your family. It has a severe negative effect on your children, on your parents as well. And so if you want to live responsibly, you need to understand that nobody but you should be in control of your life. Okay. So with that, on that note, we will start with our great invocation practice. And also today we will dedicate this blessing to all the people who have some kind of addiction in their life, and may they all be healed. Okay. So I'll share my screen for great invocation. And I will also share a beautiful self-healing affirmation for smoking. in my video. So if people are watching, you will also see it in the description. Self-healing affirmation that you can use 3 times in the day in order to work with addiction. Okay. So just close your eyes. We will invoke. I think I got really excited, like a kid. Invoke the Vidya. Okay, let's invoke. To the Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, to all the great Buddhas, Buddha Avalokiteshwar, Buddha Kuan Yin, Buddha Shakyamuni, Guru Padmasambhav, Lord Mahaguruji Mele, all the great ones, all the great Bodhisattvas, all the Devis and Devatas, all the light beings, holy gurus, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, spiritual elders and helpers, to our spirit guides, to our guardian angels, and especially personally to my teacher, Master Choa Foksu. We invoke for your divine love, divine light, divine power, divine healing energies, inner healing, physical healing, the blessings of mercy and compassion, the blessing of rapid and proper healing of the mind. We invoke for the blessings of prosperity, the blessings of abundance, the blessings of activating our higher will, spiritual maturity, and spiritual illumination, the blessings of self-mastery, soul mastery. In full faith, we thank you. With deep gratitude, tremendous respect, and lots of love. We thank you all in full faith. So be it. So be it. So it is. Keep your eyes closed. We will chant the Vajra Guru mantra 11 times. Be aware that this Vajra Guru mantra is the mantra for my teacher's teacher, Guru Padmasambhava. And he has mastery in removal of blockages, of evil energies, on working with our higher will. So even if you don't know the mantra, just be receptive to the energies as I chant them. Hear it with deep respect. And for those of you who are going through the addiction of smoking, I want you to focus your energy on the throat. Be aware that the energy of this mantra is going to heal your throat chakra and destroy any negative elementals that are residing inside your throat. If you have the faith, you will be healed. With the blessings of my teacher, with the blessings of his teacher, so be it. So be it, so it is. Om Ahum Vajra Guru Padme Siddhi Hum. 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 Be still, be aware, receive beautiful bright blue light into your throat chakra. Visualize this chakra being filled with this beautiful blue light. Any obstructions, any elementals, any tendencies within your throat chakra that are holding you that are holding your energy from your fullest expression be disintegrated, extracted, pulled out, disposed of into the sun. You can visualize the sun and be aware that all the dirty, diseased energy from the throat chakra is being disintegrated by the light, by the fire of the sun. Visualize an electric violet light entering the throat chakra. You can visualize it like a funnel. Be aware that this electric violet light is cleansing the mouth of the funnel, disintegrating, extracting, healing, absorbing, and disposing any dirty, disease, negative energies, and elementals stuck around the face of the chakra. Slowly and gently, this energy is moving anti-clockwise, going deeper and deeper through the mouth of this funnel, narrowing down to the neck of the funnel, going deeper and deeper into the web of this funnel, disintegrating, extracting, healing, destroying all these dirty elementals from your throat chakra. With the blessings of God, with the blessings of Guru Padma Sambhav, all is possible. So be it. So be it, so it is. Visualize the corpses of these elementals being gently disposed of in the light, the fire of the sun. So be it. So be it, so it is. Be aware of this energy going deeper and deeper into the root of the throat chakra, cleansing, healing any remaining elementals, dirty, diseased energy from your throat chakra. So be it. So be it. So it is. Let us do a short prayer. To the universal supreme God, I humbly sacrifice to you my addiction to smoking. I sacrifice all the desire to smoke and all the smoking elementals. I gratefully accept all your healing and all the blessings. I gratefully accept the virtue of self-mastery with thanks and in full faith. So be it. So be it. So it is. Be still, be aware. Allow this energy to work through you. Just mentally say, I'm super receptive and super conductive to the energies flowing through me. With deep respect, immense gratitude, and lots of love. Thank you for this divine healing. Be aware of the energy around the throat chakra. Be aware of the beautiful movement of the energy, activation of this chakra. Now, as we give, so shall we receive. So we will chant the great invocation and bless the entire earth with the energies of healing. So put your hands in the blessing position. Visualize a small earth in front of you, the size of a small bowl. The great invocation. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of every person, every being. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of every person, every being. Let love descend on earth. May the great teacher return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of every person, every being. The purpose which the holy masters know and serve. Let goodwill and the will to do good descend on earth. From the center, which we call the human race, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light, love, and power manifest and restore the divine plan on earth. We will chant Om Mani Padme Hum 3 times and bless all sentient beings with divine love, light, and power without exception. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. May all sentient beings be divinely blessed by the love, light, and power of God. May all the people who are affected by any kind of addiction, could be smoking, drinking, drugs, phone, prohibited content, all these people be divinely blessed by the love, light, and power of God. May they be divinely guided with their higher wills to be able to understand what is important for them. May they be divinely guided with goodwill and the willingness to do good. May they be showered with the blessings of self-love, self-healing. So be it. So be it. So it is. May all be blessed by the energies of self-mastery, soul mastery. May their minds be illuminated to be able to understand what is good for them. May they be able to connect with their family members, the suffering of their loved ones due to their addictions. And may their pain help them understand the suffering they are causing, not only to themselves, but to all around them. So may they be divinely blessed by loving kindness. May they be blessed with mercy. May they be blessed with compassion. May they be blessed with inner healing. So be it. So be it. So it is. Tathastu. May all the families of the people who are going through suffering due to addiction, may their families be divinely blessed. May they be soothed of their pain. May they be blessed with a lot of hope, faith that their loved ones will come out of this addiction. They will be able to live their life with more happiness, more joy, more peace. They will be able to connect with them emotionally, mentally, at all levels, and live and create the best of family life. So be it, so be it, so it is. With the blessings of God, with the blessings of my teacher, with the blessings of all the great Buddhas, all is possible. Our limitations are not the limitations of the higher beings. Our limitations are not the limitations of the Supreme God. So we surrender our little wills to the higher wills of the Supreme God. Please help us heal at all levels. So be it, so be it, so it is. Be super receptive to the energies and blessings flowing through you. Let us give thanks to the Supreme God. We thank you to all the great, great ones, holy gurus, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels. Personally to my teacher, Master Chok Oksui, and his guru, Padmasambhava. We thank you all for your priceless blessings, for all the inspiration, for the divine protection and guidance at all times. Thank you so much for helping me during these sessions to be a good channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. In full faith, we thank you. You can bless your loved ones. You can bless the people whom you know are going through a similar situation. May all of them be divinely blessed. the extra energies that your body cannot hold, just ground them into the Mother Earth. May Mother Earth be here. May Mother Earth be regenerated, revitalized. Blessings be to our Mother Earth. So be it, so be it, so it is. You can open your eyes with a big, broad smile. So thank you for joining. And I hope this session, I'm really grateful for this person. And this is another session I feel that can be really useful for people. And thank you, Vikas, for being there.
Thank you, sir.
Take care. Bye. Good night.
Bye.